What were some of your memories of working with Buzz Sawyer?
None of them good.
None of them good.
None of them good. Buzz, he was a cheap shot artist, and for whatever reason, there was a problem between him and I. Number one is I don't like cheap shot artists. I don't like people that take advantage of other people. And of course, I already knew what he was doing with Maggie, with Magnum, and I don't like people like that, man. I'd watch him on WTBS, and he'd be roughing these young kids up, He picked his place. He chose who to play rough with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're going to be a bad son bitch, then be a bad son bitch 24 hours a day. Don't play it on one kid that weighs 210 pounds, he can't fight. That's where I have a problem with. And there's no room for that crap in this business anyway. Who's tough? There's only one tough guy, and it ain't us.
Right.
It ain't none of us, man.
Who's one of the toughest guys you think in the business?
Andre was the toughest guy in the business.
Andre?
No doubt. I mean, from there you go to Haku.
Right. That's
We'll leave that alone too,
Right.
And from there you go back up to God, man. God's the toughest dude going, man. He'll pull anybody's string. Even fat boy, Billy Watts.
I was going to ask you about Bill Watts. I'll wait for that.
Yeah, you better wait for that. So that's a whole half an hour.
Okay.
Coming at you, Bill. I'll be getting to you soon, son. You piece of shit.
It seems he had the most success at the point in your career was in Georgia. Why do you think you had a lot of success back then?
Well, I was allowed to do it.
Right.
It's my mind. I had success in Louisiana. Why? It was my mind. Don't let Bill Watts kid you. He stole ideas from the brightest. A wise man does that, though. A wise man will take ideas. Only thing is, Bill won't pay the guy that's doing it.
My next question, actually, we can talk about it now. How'd you wind up in Mid-South?
Well, my father was there for one. And number two, it was a great learning place. Because you worked your ass off every night. And Bill Watts would motivate the worst, believe me, because he used fear and loudmouth and just a big bully.
Right.
That's how I wound up there. And I learned a lot there because there were some hard-working people go through there. And you had to learn in there because you worked the same town every week. And when you're doing that, you can't do the same old thing. I guarantee you, if you put 80% of the talent today in these situations, they wouldn't know what in the hell to do. They wouldn't know how to carry a storyline. They don't know how to carry a feud for a month and a half, 2 months, weekly. Are you kidding me? They go out and do the same damn match every damn week, man. It makes me sick. It's like they got a little booklet out, page 1 through 9 today, and we're going to do page 1 through 9 next week, page 1 through 9. That's today. They say, oh, he's a great wrestler. No, he's a great mechanic, that's all.
Spot wrestler, basically.
Yeah. Does the moves, has no idea what it's all about. And that's a shame, man, because it's a beautiful thing. Professional wrestling is the greatest thing of all time, man. It's a beauty. To me, it's more exciting than the prettiest woman in the world, man. You get in there and they're able to manipulate and able to basically masturbate people's emotions, man. You're whacking them off the whole way, up and down to get the final nut. Bingo, Santa Domingo. Here we go. Ring the bell. The monkey fell on his head. Let's go one more time.
Right. Do you think the wrestling will ever go back to the way it was, or do you think it's so far gone the way it is with Vince, what he's done to the business?
I think it'll have to go back. I mean, we're already seeing some things that I think that are way, way too far. And I think what eventually will happen is that there'll be some little offshoot areas that or there'll be enough channels on television that we'll be able to get a good wrestling product on there. I mean, you got 2 or 3 products out there now, and now you're getting these little backyard things going on, which I don't agree with them at all. But I think sooner or later that there's going to be another wrestling company come along that promotes wrestling.
What was your relationship with Bill Watts at the time in Mid-South?
Bill Watts, at that time, it just ruled with fear and obnoxious. When you're the boss, I guess sometimes you can do that. I mean, there's lots of times I made him happy, lots of times I made him unhappy. One of my favorite times of making him unhappy is when he had Ali down at the Superdome. I don't know if you remember that.
I'm not sure.
Well, he had Ali at the Superdome, and he was my opponent's second. And I had Ali punch me 3 or 4 times, and The way they wanted it to come off was that I would fly across the ring every time he touched me, but the way I thought it should come off, the way it did come off was come on, Ali, hit me again.
Right.
You know, I don't know many people have taken 3 or 4 bare knuckles from Ali that didn't bounce around, you know what I'm saying? Especially when John Nord, the Barbarian, he's getting one too. You know, I get one, he gets one. When he gets one, here's 325 pounds, shoo him across the ring, you know, and here's the old 245-pound snake going, come on, Ali, give me one more time, you know?
Right.
And Bill wasn't real appreciative of that, and he said something to me about it. I said, well, Bill, tell you the truth, says, he's not here next week, I am.
Right.
Bottom line. My problem with Bill Watts is that he's a thief.
In what aspect?
In all aspects. He'll steal from your mind. He'll steal from your pocket. He'll steal from his own family. Ask his children. You know, Bill, I can sit up here and point out where you had your office boys hold money out each week, take care of those expenses. I could point out a lot of things, but, you know, I could point out sexual harassment out the ass, too, couldn't I? But I won't do it. Bill's too easy. See, Fat Man, I learned from the best. I learned from you, too. But you know what kind of cards I can play if I need to. And he's telling people, he's just scared I'll come back from the grave. Bill watched you been in the grave the last 20 years. You just don't know it. When you're living like you're living, miserable, alone, you're already dead, my man. And threatening somebody. See, that's the type of attitude they've got today. Bill, that worked 25 years ago, threatening somebody. But today somebody bust a cap in your ass, you know what I'm saying? You can only yell boo so many times for somebody. Ping! Oh, what the hell was that? Well, that's a little 4-ounce little nugget there went up your ass. So, Bill, just back off, stay home, be a good boy. Rub that bald head.
I guess it was DDP's book you had to quote saying that...
I piss on his grave.
Right.
I don't like long lines, and I'm honest about that.
Right. And then he did the line in his interview where he said he'd reach up and grab you by the balls or something.
Yeah, well, he's always want to reach up and grab somebody by the balls. That's the kind of man he is.
Right.
He's a very physical man. That's the physical bluff going, you know. You know, that's what was so hard all those years. The hardest part about being in Mid-South was listening to his crap and laughing at his jokes. You know, it's like, how's a good one, Bill? Jesus Christ, give me a break. You're not funny.
A lot of the guys said he was really harsh with finding people and stuff like that.
Oh, he's harsh with fine. He took abuse. Where'd that fine money go? Did that go into like a wrestler's retirement fund? I don't think so. It went in a fat boy back pocket.
Right.
You know, that's like him flying on an airplane that we paid for. How did we pay for it? Well, he had to, you know, take it out every night, you know, this expense, that expense, which is all illegal. We all know that crap. Man, that's a big deal, Bill Watts. You know, play your game, play whatever you do, but quit playing. This ain't no time to play no more. You know, ask his own kids, man, what they think of him.
Right.
Then you'll find out the truth.
I've talked to Eric before.
Yeah, they love him, don't they? Oh, to death they do. They'll be in line too, Bill. Every one of them. Yeah. Let's talk about Noel. You ever see that grandbaby yet? Didn't think so. Doggone it. Well, they must respect you, Bill. Well, you gonna love this one, ain't you?
All right, let's talk about
Gainesville, Texas, Bill.
what happened in Gainesville, Texas.
That's where I live.
Oh.